So if you have faith, you can move mountains. That's what it says in the scriptures. It says that in Mark chapter 11, if you have faith, you can say to that mountain, be gone, and it will move. So then why are we not seeing that happen in our lives? Why are we not receiving the answers to our heartfelt prayers or seeing the efforts of our work and we're working towards our goals and achieving those dreams and aspirations? Why are we not receiving that breakthrough every single moment, moment after moment? Because we say we have faith, and if that's all it takes, then that mountain should be gone, right? And from a spiritual perspective, our Father, Abba, would never withhold anything good from us. He has everything that we need. He is the source of our lives and the strength and everything that we need. So why are we not receiving the answers to our prayers? Why do we not see these breakthroughs when the scripture says, our Messiah, Yahusha says, if you have faith, say to that mountain, be gone, and it will be gone. That's what I want to talk about in today's video. Because maybe you are that spiritually strong woman who finds herself wavering because there's a goal that you want to achieve that you haven't yet achieved, but you've done the hard work and you're putting in the extra work and it just hasn't happened. Or maybe you've been praying about something for years and you haven't received what you're praying for. Or maybe it's that breakthrough. You feel like you're really close, but it hasn't happened yet. And you know what the scripture says. You've seen it play out in your life before, but why isn't it happening now? If that's you, if that's resonating with you, then I want you to understand you are not alone. That this is part of that journey of creating a lifestyle of faith and becoming unstoppable and a spiritually strong woman. So if that's you, lean in because I'm going to encourage you the way the Most High has encouraged me. And I want you to be able to understand that the scriptures is true. If you have faith, yes, you can move that mountain. But what will it take for that mountain to move? Watch to the end, and that will you will receive your answer. So let's dive into this scripture text that I am paraphrasing from Mark 11, and I'm on blueletterbible.com. And it's Mark 11, verses 20 through 24. And it's about the cursed fig tree. Yahusha was walking through and he cursed a fig tree because it didn't have any figs on it. And so this is the context of what the scriptures are saying. So I'm going to read it to you from the King James Version. It says, now in the morning as they passed by, they saw the fig tree dried up from the roots. And Peter, remembering, said to him, Rabbi, look, the fig tree which you cursed has withered away. So Yahusha answered and said to him, have faith in Elohim, God. For assuredly I say to you, whoever says to this mountain, be removed and be cast into the sea, and does not doubt in his heart, but believes that those things he says will be done, he will have whatever he says. Therefore, I say to you, whatever things you ask when you pray, believe that you have received them and you will have them. This, my friend, my sister, is a beautiful passage that if we understand and apply it to our lives, we can have exactly what it says. That mountain can be moved. Now, I want you to understand that the mountain is a metaphor for those things that you consider to be impossible, those things that are in your life that you don't want, those trials, those troubles, those tribulations, those struggles that you are like, okay, Abba, take it away. But he doesn't. Those are those things that we call mountains. And mountains could be financial burdens. Maybe you are in over your head with credit card debt and you don't know how to make the minimum payment. Or maybe it's those relationships that cause you so much heartache with your spouse or with your child. Or maybe it is you've got a diagnosis that is life threatening, like cancer, or kidney transplant, like you need a kidney, or chronic disease like hypertension or diabetes. Or maybe it's that job that you love the job, but you're not too certain about the work that they've been offering you lately, and you want a promotion. In fact, you think you deserve that promotion, but it hasn't come through yet. Or maybe it's dealing with grief. Your loved one died, or you lost something, and you're still struggling with the emotions around that. Or maybe it's guilt of something that you did in the past that you don't want anybody to know, and it still sits very heavily on your heart. Or maybe you're struggling with anxiety, loneliness, or depression. Fill in the blank, whatever your mountains are, because we all have them. Let's not pretend that we don't. But those mountains are those things that we don't want, and they are there for a reason. And I want you to understand that it's not because Abba is not loving, because he is, but that mountain is there for a purpose. And that purpose sometimes isn't seen in the midst of it. But if we can shift our focus, perhaps we can start to see that there is a reason why it's there, and it is there for our good, so that we learn how to overcome it. There's a quote, I forget who says it, but she says, I think it was Mel Robbins. She's one of my favorites. I think she said that that mountain is in your life because you can move it. And you need to prove to others that their mountains can be moved too. Something like that. I paraphrased it. But it's there for a purpose. So don't think that it's there just to cause you pain and heartache, but actually for you to build up your faith and your belief, because that is what the scripture says. Yahusha says that you can remove that mountain if you do not doubt in your heart and you believe that it can be done. And if you don't doubt and you believe that it can be done, you can ask about this mountain and any other mountain. Whatever you ask for in prayer, it will be yours if you believe. And so sometimes what we have to do is pause and ask ourselves, what do I believe? Where is my faith? How am I responding to this mountain? Am I complaining about the mountain? Am I saying, oh, I got all these financial obligations, got all these bills. Oh, I got to go to the doctor because, they need to do this or they need to do that. Oh, well, my boss is crazy. Are we complaining about our mountains? Because if we are, that goes against what the scripture says. It says if you want to move the mountain, ask for the mountain to be moved, believe that it'll be moved, and guess what? It's going to be moved. It doesn't say complain about it. But sometimes we do. We get stuck in that, oh, woe is me, or everything that's wrong, or everything that we're lacking. And we then start to build up a scarcity mindset. And now we're focused on the problem versus focusing on the solution. So if there is a mountain in your life, pause and ask yourself, what do I believe? Do I believe in the Most High's promises? Do I believe that he's given me the capabilities to overcome it? Do I believe that he will bring the resources for the problem to be solved? Do I believe in the Most High? And oftentimes we believe, but then here's a scripture text that I think is important. It is Mark chapter 9, verse 24, where it says, I believe, but help my unbelief. Right? Let's be honest. We've said this scripture before, may have just said it yesterday. I believe, help my unbelief, because there's some reservations. There's some doubts. I'm a little bit skeptical to see if he's going to show up on time and the way that I think he should show up. So because we have that unbelief, We're now double-minded. We're being tossed back and forth, like it says in James, double-minded, unstable in all of our ways. Why would we think our prayers would be answered? They won't until we become firm and believe beyond a shadow of a doubt that the Most High hears us, He sees us, and He will answer the prayer exceedingly and abundantly above all that we could ever ask or imagine. Because when we believe, we will then take action. And that, my friend, is faith. You see, faith is your belief in action. Faith means I believe that the Most High is going to provide and this mountain will be moved. Therefore, I will do, fill in the blank. You see, if there's a mountain in your life that's not moving, you have to ask yourself, what do I believe? And then what am I willing to do because I believe? So, for example, if your mountain is financial debt and you've got credit cards and you're trying to figure out how to pay off these credit card bills, and you are praying to the Father about helping you to pay off the credit card bills, right? That's you asking for the Father's way to give you that financial blessing. But in the back of your mind, you're starting to doubt, say, I don't think He's going to help me pay off this $20,000 credit card bill. It's not going to happen. I'm just going to have bad credit and I'm just struggling to pay it off, right? You're going through this story of doubt. So then what do? More than likely, you don't pay the credit card bill because you don't even have the minimal amount and you don't believe the Father is going to bring it to you. So what do? You put the bill on the back burner. You ignore it. Now it's 3 months later. Now they're calling you saying, hey, where's the money? Right? So you prayed, you asked, but there was some doubt. Therefore, you did not take the action to move towards your desired outcome. You see, we all have a desired outcome that we want. And if we believe that that desired outcome will happen, then we'll take the action, which is faith, to move towards that. But if we don't believe that that desired outcome is going to happen, we freeze, we get stuck, we don't take action. And now we're wrestling with our faith like, okay, why didn't the Most High answer? The Most High did not answer that prayer because you didn't believe. So to help your unbelief, when you say, I believe, but help my unbelief, you've got to take action. Because the more action you take, the more you'll see the Most High providing. The more you see the Most High providing, the bigger and stronger your faith becomes. And now you're willing to take even more action because you believe the Father. The blessing comes when you take the action. So in order to move these mountains in our lives, we ask the Father to give us the strength to do it, to give us the strength to take action, to give us the strength to do the thing that we are afraid of doing, to do the thing that we may be skeptical about doing, to do the thing that is going to get us closer to that desired outcome. That, my friend, is how you move mountains. Whether it's a health issue, a money issue, a relationship issue, or a mindset issue, it's all about taking action. That's how you move mountains. Even when the action seems unconventional, scary, outside of your comfort zone, doesn't make sense, doesn't matter. If the Most High is leading you, He'll never lead you astray. And this is how you become unstoppable. This is how you get unstuck and become a spiritually strong woman who can achieve any goal. The scripture says in Philippians 4, I can do all things through the Messiah who strengthens me. That means that I can take action. I can put my belief in action, which is faith, and I can get that desired outcome. So if you've been wavering and if you've been feeling frustrated and stuck, pause and ask yourself, what do I believe about this situation? Because your beliefs will always determine what you do. If you believe in the Father and His promises, you will take action to move towards your desired outcome. If you believe in the Father, but you got a little bit of reservation, if it'll happen for you, that's when you'll get stuck. So to get unstuck and become unstoppable, Do the thing that you're afraid to do. Do the thing that you don't want to do. Call that bill collector. Have that conversation with your loved one about your relationship. Talk to your boss about your job. Do whatever it is that you need to do to reclaim your health. That's how you'll start to experience these mountains moving in your life. I pray this blesses you as you begin this day or this week, wherever you may be. Trust in the Father. And that, my sister, is how you become unstoppable. And be blessed until our next time together.